William. Kitty, kitty. Hey. William. Disgruntled kitty. Hey, why are you so cute? What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Roots Refuge Farm. I'm trying to decide what tea I'm gonna drink. Decisions. It's evening, so the responsible thing to do is not drink caffeine, so we'll be up half the night. Alright, here's the winner. This is Tulsi and Rose tea with hibiscus. Actually, I've enjoyed this tea so much. This is from the Asheville Tea Company, and I have enjoyed it so much that I'm going to try my best to grow and harvest everything to make it this year. I mean, I grow roses, and I'm pretty sure this is from rose petals. Yeah, rose petals, not rose hips. And Tulsi, that's holy basil. I grow that, so that's no problem. And I have like ornamental hibiscus. I think a lot of times hibiscus teas are actually roselle, but I'm gonna grow both, and I'm gonna try to make this tea myself because it has been really nice. Just with a little honey in it. Did you already make your tea, Asher? Did you already make your tea?
Not yet.
Not yet. Put a little extra water in there for Asher to make his tea. I'm going to show you all this. This is very precious to me. And I actually had not used this mug very much until recently because I was so afraid of breaking it. And I did not want to risk that. Ironically, I felt that way before the potter who made it, my friend, passed away late last spring, early last summer. And since then, I started to feel that way about all her mugs because a lot of my beautiful mug collection was made by my friend Haley. Losing her just made me feel like I didn't want to use any of that stuff. And I finally realized recently how it's really, you know, like obviously not the way to live your life. But this is my most precious of all of my Haley Rose mugs. This is one that Maya actually got with her personally and commissioned. And she made it, and her mom painted it. And it's got tomatoes and sunflowers, Kajari melons, my dog Bear, of course the arch trellises on the handle here. This mug is hot, so there we go. Sunflowers. So it's super special, and even more so because it was such a work of heart by Haley. And anyway, I've used her mugs every day this week just because I was thinking about her a lot, and I just decided I'm not going to let those beautiful things that she made collect dust to try to eliminate the risk of losing any of them. I would rather them be an active and integrated part of my life and remembering her with the risk that they might get broken, rather than collecting dust so that they don't. It doesn't make any sense. So cheers to Haley and to not letting precious things sit in the cabinet. Now, I will tell you, you probably won't see me leaving these lying around in the garden the way I normally am with my mugs. I'll probably be a little more mindful and cautious than I usually am, but I am going to actually use them because, you know, Haley's mugs are such a massive part of gardening for me, you know, like just carrying one around. And since she passed away, like I haven't taken them outside. I haven't hardly drank out of them because I was like, oh, if it got dropped, if it got used. And I let my kids use my mugs. I mean, we use them actually. I have this amazing mug collection, and I would see one of my kids grab it and I'd be like, not that one, not that one. And yeah, so I'll probably be a little more cautious than usual. What are you guys doing?
We're watching these ants.
Watching some ants?
We took a brick them so they have a wall, and then we did that.
So you said they didn't have a pile, so you gave them a pile of sand so that they would have a pile?
Yeah, so now they can live stronger.
Oh, that's so considerate of you.
We need to get an ant farm. Do you know what gave me the consideration of ants?
What?
Aragon, the story.
Oh, yeah?
How? He looked into the minds of ants, and he saw things that happened. And there's one story that interested me about them.
One story interested you?
It's where a entire group of soldier ants came out.
Yeah.
And attacked what he thought was a giant monster because he was seeing through the ant's eyes. And then when he came to see what the ants killed, it was a tarantula.
Ooh, well, that's so kind of you to try to build them a home. You're some thoughtful boys. I love you.
Love you, Mom.
Ezra's been reading Aragon, the Aragon series about the dragon. And apparently it's giving him a mindfulness for ants. I didn't realize. Oh, so another cool thing, and I actually remember to bring it out. Check this out. I'm about to use my new egg apron for the first time. It's actually very convenient today to go get eggs, since I have my camera and my mug. It's a little chilly out here. This warm tea is exactly what I needed. Hello, hens. The hens are getting moved to some fresh ground tomorrow. We've meant to do that all week, but it's we keep forgetting to shut off the electric door, so when we come out in the morning they're already out, which makes it a lot more inconvenient. Alright, check that out. Some pretty little eggs. Look here. Alright. So my friend Natalie actually designed this apron, had it manufactured, and now has it for sale. I bought myself one, a little treat yourself, because I thought it was super cute. I wanted to support my friend. Now Natalie, I know you probably imagined this being modeled by I actually just kind of realized when I put it on over there, I'm like, man, I have an explosion of color and pattern today. Not exactly the most high fashion farm model. That's okay. Hey, I'm showing that it works, baby. That's all that matters. Check that out. This actually is really cool and cute. So a long time ago, somebody made me one of these kind of egg collecting aprons that was crocheted, which was really cool. And my kids took it over because it fit Hot Wheels cars perfectly in the slots, and they ended up taking it. And that was back when we had like a jillion hens, and it had like, I think 12 slots or something like that. So it wasn't exactly functional. This one actually has a lot of slots, which with the number of hens we have, this is actually a functional thing for me to use. I didn't tie it right the first time. Thanks for the eggs, girls. Keep up the good work. All right, to the other coop. Look, a dandelion. Speaking of good teas, if you have dandelions growing in your yard, or you have a place that you can forage them that you know they haven't been like sprayed with anything, always forage dandelions. So I usually let some of the early ones go to seed and spread to try to get more growing. But in the spring I'll go out and pick a lot of them, and I'll pick them multiple times a week. And I'll usually just put like a flour sack towel on the counter, take them in and put them face down on the towel, let them dry, and then you can turn them over and just rotate them so that they evenly dry. You don't have to put most herbs or flowers in a dehydrator. A lot of people think you have to have a dehydrator to dry herbs, but in fact a dehydrator can actually be detrimental, because even on the lowest heat setting can be damaging to things as tender as herbs. Air drying is sufficient. But once they're dried, you can store them to make tea. Of course, you can dig the roots up, which I've not done that. I've only ever bought dandelion root, but it makes a lovely coffee alternative. I mean, if you think any alternative to coffee is lovely, but it's delicious. It's a lovely beverage. I still I drink it as an addition to my life instead of along with coffee. But I've really mostly just harvested the flowers, and of course the greens are edible and really nice. But I love seeing the dandelions. It makes me excited. Hey, homegirls. Y'all need some fresh grass too, huh? I'm gonna set you guys down and hope hens don't peck you, because they're very close. These girls have been laying like crazy. All right, Natalie, I'm putting it through the ringer. I've got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 2 dozen plus 3 eggs in here right now. So there we go. It works. Now, can I get over the electric fence holding my very expensive camera? My most precious mug and an apron loaded down with 2.5 dozen eggs. We'll see. I'm gonna have to take this very carefully. Actually, I think I should probably put the camera down. This isn't the best thing that I've done, but you know, sometimes you just gotta live on the edge. Oh Lord, there we go. Woohoo! Come on, guys. The chickens are coming for you. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna call that successful egg collection. Oh, well, I told you guys that I was going to try to do some seed starting content, and then it got really cold again. So I decided I'm just going to wait off just a few days past where we're having some really cold temperatures and just see how the greenhouse does. I want to observe and just have an idea of how it's going to do in colder weather. I do have it closed up right now. I do have the vents turned off, and it's still 62 in here. Where's my phone? That's a 16 degrees Celsius, and outside it is 45, 7 Celsius, I think. That's pretty good. Does still have the shade cloth on. It will probably be just fine to start seeds in here. I just was hesitant, so I just decided to wait. I also didn't want to spread out too much in Maya's way if he's going to try to build that table in here, and if it's raining, which we do have some rain on the forecast, if I'm spread out in here, he can't build it in the rain, but if I'm not, he can build it in here. I do have my seeds all over my kitchen counter. I'm trying to decide. I literally have like 90 varieties of tomatoes. I can't grow all those. I don't really have enough space to grow 90 varieties of tomatoes. Not actually. I'd have like 1 of each plant or 2. How do you decide? Don't watch my channel because it makes it worse. That's what I'm guessing. In the nature of discussing seed starting, let's have a good combo here in the comment section. What tomato are you trying that's new this year? No, let's not narrow it down to just tomatoes, although I love to talk about tomatoes. Let's say, what are you trying that's brand new to you this year that you're excited about? What are you repeating again that you're excited about? You know that I'm mostly excited about growing things that I've already grown. Like on the top of my to start list are things that I've grown in the past, because last year we got that contaminated soil and it really hindered my tomato harvest, and I didn't get a lot of my favorite tomatoes last year. And then in like September, my skin went crazy and I had to so heavily restrict my diet that what tomatoes did start coming in late, I didn't get to really eat any of them. So I'm really looking forward this year to harvesting tomatoes and actually eating them. And so my favorites are the ones I'm most excited for. I am trying some new stuff, and I'm doing the whole dwarf tomato project and the micro dwarfs and my green stalks. So I'm excited for that, but I will tell you, my most anticipated varieties this year are things that have been favorites from the past. And that's new for me. A lot of times I'm most excited about the things that I'm trying for the first time. But because last year of the poor soil, the year before that, we moved right in the middle of the tomato harvest. So I feel like I haven't had like a solid tomato year in the last 2 years, and it's kind of a big deal for me. So what are you most excited for? That's a repeat, that's new. If you really want to get chatty in the comment section, what are you not growing again because you had a negative experience? We'll just talk about that. But I will say, I always have to preface this. Don't mark something off of your list because someone else had a negative experience. I like to hear other people's negative experiences so that then if I also have one, I can go, oh wow, that really is an issue with this variety. I don't ever mark something off my list based on someone else's experience, because gardening is so regional. And also, I don't know if they're that good of a gardener, so I'm just gonna keep things in perspective, you know? All right, guys, well, I think I'm about to take this load of eggs back into the house, and I'm gonna say farewell to you right now. I look forward to reading your comments and your input, and very soon we will be starting seeds. Thank you for hanging out with me today. God bless you. Until next time.